Welcome to What's Happening, a show which focuses on current and upcoming events here in the city of Lynn. Here with me today, we have some representatives of Hairraising, Angela Mikedis, Charles Savicki, and Leanna Rhodes. Guys, thanks for being here today.
Thank you for having us.
So Hairraising is an event, it's been going on for a while, at least I know, for the past 4 years. And it is in order to raise money for Boston Children's Hospital. Angela, you're the owner of Salon 234, located on Lynnfield Street, the salon in Lynn, which is participating in this event. Tell us a little bit about yourself and how you got involved.
I've owned the business for roughly 20 years, and it was just an event that I just thought was for a great cause. We enjoy giving back, and we thought this time we would hit, a local, because it comes back to us, Boston Children's Hospital.
Okay. Now, Charles, you're representing Boston Children's today. Tell us a little bit about your background and how you're involved with all of this.
Yeah, I work for the fundraising department within Boston Children's Hospital, and my job is to help companies like Salon 234 find ways to raise money for Boston Children's Hospital.
Leanna Rhodes, an ambassador to the Lynn Area Chamber of Commerce. The Chamber is an organization here in Lynn which focuses on business growth in the community. They are a huge supporter of events like this. That's why Leanna is here to tell us a little bit about how the LACC gets involved. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yes, we support all businesses, small or large, in the city of Lynn. And we want to support that so that way the businesses stay in Lynn, and we can support all the businesses in Lynn, and of course with the charities as well. So we just, have all sorts of social media goes out there, so we'll have that on. This particular hair raising will be on the social media for the month of April till the 27th, and hopefully it'll raise a lot of money for the hospital.
Great successful event so far, and I think that we can definitely expect some good things this year. Before we get into it too deep in detail, why don't we take a quick break to go to a video, show our viewers at home how they can get involved and what it exactly is. Let's go to that video now. Salon 234 on Lynnfield Street will join forces with other top salons throughout the region on Sunday, April 27th from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Hairraising is a cut-a-thon to benefit the Boston Children's Hospital. Call to make your appointment today. Get a haircut for a great cause. Hairraising is New England's largest cut-a-thon, led by hairstyling legend John Frieda of John Frieda Hair Care and Salons. Hairraising has generated over $400,000 in the past 4 years for Boston Children's Hospital. To participate, a minimum donation of $25 is required to Boston Children's. Log on to hairraising.org for more info. Look good and do good for Boston Children's Hospital. Welcome back. If you're just joining us, here with me, Angela, Charles, and Leanna, we're here to talk about Hairraising, an event which is put into place to benefit Boston Children's Hospital. Guys, thanks again for being here. Charles, let's start with you. Okay, you play a huge role reaching out to all these organizations, all these salons, and kind of making them aware of what you guys are doing. Must be a tough job.
Well, Sean, actually, our role within Boston Children's is actually pretty minimal when it comes to this hair raising program. Wow. Coming up on April 27th. We have a number of salons throughout all of New England that are taking just one day. It's going to be on a Sunday, April 27th. And what's happening is the salon stylists at all of these locations, including your own Salon 234 right here in Lynn on Lynnfield Street, all of those locations are asking their stylists to come in on their day off on Sunday, April 27th, and volunteer for the day doing what they do best, which is give great haircuts. So, consumers on this day, it's the one day throughout the year where you can get a great haircut at a price that's lower than the normal haircut price at those salons. And the best part about it is that all of your price for your haircut that day is a donation that goes directly back to support Boston Children's Hospital. So my hat's off, certainly to Angela here with Salon 234 and to Leanna within the Lynn Chamber of Commerce for supporting this event and helping us to raise critical funds for Boston Children's Hospital.
definitely think that it should be successful. Lynn is a city that breeds pride in its citizenship, so anytime that we see an opportunity to help people, there's a good group of folks who go out and try to make that happen. Now, hair raising has, in the past 4 years, raised over 400 grand. And this is through participation throughout the entire region of New England.
Yep.
Now, this year, you're projecting to raise $200,000 in 1 year. Now, this is all proceeds go to benefit Boston Children's Hospital. This must be something that you guys just look at as just an amazing gift. I mean, what does it mean to Boston Children's Hospital? What happens?
Well, the great thing about the funds that are raised through hair raising are that the hospital has what's referred to as their children's fund, and that children's fund goes to support all the areas of greatest need. So, you know, if there's a budget shortage in one side of the hospital's operation and they just need those funds, the unrestricted funding, the donations that the hospital will receive through hair raising will be those critical funds that will, for lack of better words, save the day for those aspects of the hospital that either turn up underfunded or, you know, perhaps there's an area of research that shows promise, you know, and there simply hasn't been, you know, enough money to fill that gap. These unrestricted funds that are collected through hair raising on April 27th are extremely critical for the hospital to keep the wonderful work that they do going throughout the year.
So tell us a little bit about some of the reach that Boston Children's Hospital has. Will Lynn see any benefit from this?
Well, absolutely. You know, even here in Lynn, you know, we actually within the hospital we have data to see how many patients visited the hospital from each town, you know, throughout New England as well as throughout the country and throughout the world. But to let you know, here in 2013, here in Lynn, there were 4,213 patient visits from children that live here in Lynn just in 2013 alone. Boston Children's Hospital itself treats over 600,000 patients a year, and they do that not only patients coming from Lynn or from the rest of Massachusetts, New England, throughout the country, and even the world. So the reach of the hospital is huge, but you know, one key point is that you know there certainly are a significant amount of patients that are coming and children that are coming from right here in Lynn to be treated at Boston Children's Hospital.
Amazing. Great stuff on the numbers. Definitely have your homework down, and it's great to have you on so we can get a bit of that perspective. Angela, let's talk a little bit about how you got involved with this event, what it means to your salon, and what you did going into it.
It was very easy. We just sat down one day with the entire staff and said, we want to give back. What organization are we going to do this year? We try every year. We get involved with schools, you know, local, and we all felt, what do we love to do? And every girl, first thing they said is, we love to cut. We love what we do. We want to dedicate ourselves one day that we can give back. And we decided on the Boston Children's Hospital. We did a little research, and we felt that the funds were going to be appropriate and, you know, be taken care of by the Boston Children's Hospital. And you know, there's some organizations out there that, you know, you wonder, and we didn't have to wonder. Once we sat down, we knew what we wanted, and this is how we started.
Heck yeah, I commend you. I mean, it's good. You got to have people who are active in the community, and it's not essentially they can give back, but you have to lead through example. You're a business owner in Lynn, right? You know, it's our responsibility, I would say, to take care of our community, go out and raise money for the appropriate things. So the fact that you're doing this right now is the example set. So maybe another business owner out there takes the initiative to make something like this happen. So I commend you on behalf of LynnCAM, and even, I mean, just being a citizen of Lynn. Continue doing the great job that you are. Now, this is an event, Charles, I want to kind of go back to you on this. Let's talk a little bit about the history. You had mentioned before the show that it had started in London, right?
Yep.
John Frieda was a big part of it,
yep.
And it was a huge success. As smashing, as they would say, and now it's here, right?
Yeah, you're right, Sean.
Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, the program itself started years and years ago in London, and you mentioned John Frieda. He was the guy who created Frizzies, which is, you know, this wonderful product to help. Angela could probably tell us more about it. But he created Frizzies, and the marketing genius behind his product was also had some roots here in the greater Boston area, and she said to him, if this can work in London, then why can't it work here in New England? So 4 years ago, we brought the program here for its first year, and now we're looking come April 27th on that Sunday we'll be having our 5th hair raising program. As you had mentioned before, it's raised over $400,000 for the hospital throughout the program's history, and we really have to commend all the salons that are participating this year, because it's looking like we expect to raise come April 27th over $200,000 for Boston Children's, which is an absolutely phenomenal amount of money.
I wish you guys the best of luck there.
Thank you.
Now, Angela, you guys are, let's say, we had discussed it before the show, 7 chairs keeps you up there. You're pretty competitive in the industry. Now, there are a lot of bigger name hair salons getting involved. The event happens on Sunday, April 27th. It will be from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. A suggested donation price, if you're going to visit Salon 234, is $25. At some of the bigger locations, it's $40, which is a pretty good buy based on, because it's in Boston, right? It's like $300 to get your hair cut. $40 is a good way to go. So you had, just being one of the smaller salons out there, a big part of what you've done is get other local organizations involved too, which I think is a phenomenal idea. Tell us a little bit about that and what people can expect.
Well, we contacted a few local industries and businesses and basically just told them a little what we're doing. They all jumped aboard. I have currently LynnCAM that's donating food for the day. We also have restaurants from Townhouse to Arthur, Superior. Being Greek, I'm hitting a lot of the Greek places, So it's becoming a community. We have a puppeteer coming to entertain, the children. We'll have face painting. We have treadwells from a different city that's part of it. So once you mention it, they jump immediately. And as I do as a business owner, and you said it's not giving back, but in a way it is giving back, because we want to thank everyone that comes into our store. And we do all local schools and different charities, and it is giving back and basically saying thank you, because we are doing well and we want to say thank you to everybody. And everyone, there's always a good cause out there. This happens to be one of them.
Absolutely. I think you're doing a phenomenal job. One thing to mention is the services that you offer. Just in the industry, it's not just hair cutting. There are a plethora of services that you offer, and a lot of these will be available. If you want, you can get into that too. Yes, as a matter of fact, we're going to have chair massages that Jen Hogan will be doing at the salon. We have Christine that's going to be nail polish, changing your nail polish. We're having feathers for children. We're doing chalking that day, which I will be doing because I am not a stylist. So it's a group event. What's chalking? Chalking is when a young girl wants just a little different hair color, and it's no commitment at all. So it's something that I can perform. All right, with no commitment. Well, guys, I wish you the best of luck to you and the event. I think it's going to be outstanding. I bet you guys raise over $200,000 this year. Go out there, make sure you get down there, Lynn. It's Sunday, April 27th. Hair raising at Salon 234, located at 234 Lynnfield Street. This will be from 10 a.m. to 5 p.m. Suggested donation price $25. It's going to be a huge event. We suggest everybody and anybody go on down. Coming up next is our next interview, so stay tuned right after this break.